How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm just gonna jump straight into things today because we have a huge order of business. So for starters, one of you reached out to me and you wanted to buy the old Vector taillights. You can see them up there next to the stock taillights. And originally I wasn't gonna sell them because they're broken and I just didn't really feel comfortable selling something that was broken. Even though a lot of you guys said like, oh, like I wanna fix them, it's okay, but I just, like they just worked intermittently and I just didn't feel comfortable selling something that was broken. But as some of you guys know, the Mustang has a leaking windshield and the only way around it is to buy it. I looked into the insurance thing, but I was gonna have to pay a deductible. So unfortunately, I just have to pay out of pocket to get my windshield replaced. So at this point, I'm kind of just trying to sell off a bunch of stuff. So if there's any parts on the car that you need and you've seen me replace on the channel before, feel free to DM me on Instagram at Kaidan Odom, and then we can work something out. But I've got the box that I got from the V2 taillights. I don't actually have the box from the V1s anymore. So whoever buys these, they're gonna get a box that says V2, but it's actually the V1s coming to you. But we're gonna go ahead and box those up and go and get an estimate for them on the shipping. And then while we're out, I also need to buy a valve cover gasket for a 2001 Honda Accord, I think it is. That one right there. So Joey and Kaylee are off doing something, I don't know, but Joey said that he'd pay me to replace the valve cover gasket on his car because it's leaking, so we're gonna do that today. And then there's just gonna be a lot more random miscellaneous things. I need to do laundry, and I need to finish cleaning this mess because I've gotten it like decent, like I can at least walk around in the garage now, but I wanna make sure that everything in here has a place. And like, look at that toolbox. There's just a pile of like boxes and random components. I just have so much crap that I have to work through from the last like 2 or 3 years of doing this car stuff. So a lot of things to do today. Gonna try to get it all done before the sun goes down. And I still need to eat in a bit too. I'm freaking hungry all the time. I'm always hungry. Oh, and I have this battery for the 944 that I don't think it works anymore. I tried to test it and it was just like no freaking juice in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this with me to AutoZone when I go and pick up the valve cover gasket, and I'm gonna see if I can just get a cord charge back for it because I'm gonna need to buy a new battery when the time comes. But the biggest priority for me as far as money goes is getting my windshield fixed on the Mustang. Well, no luck at AutoZone. They didn't have the gasket, so time to check O'Reilly's. All right, O'Reilly's had the gasket, so we are still in business, but we gotta move the Mustang. Is making all kinds of terrible noises.
All kinds of terrible noises.
There's like water on the inside of the windshield. It's so bad, dude. My poor baby. We'll get to it. We'll fix her. Don't worry. Alright, I gotta do some multitasking because I really need to do laundry too. So while we're doing a time lapse of putting that new valve cover on, or valve cover gasket rather, I'm gonna be doing my laundry in the background. Alright, so the camera died while I was working on this, but basically I just put those bolts back in with the new seals and everything in place. Everything went smoothly. The only hiccup I had was these little seals that go inside the valve cover were stuck, and it was really annoying trying to like pop them out of there. I had to use the heat gun and it was just kind of a mess. I think it's just because they were on there for so long that they just got baked on. But this job is done, so we're gonna give the keys back to Joey. And then we've unfortunately kind of run out of daylight for today. Originally, I wanted to get some work in on the 944 engine, but that will be coming soon because I have all the parts. So now that I've done this small side job, I made a little bit of money. That money will go towards the windshield, and then in the next video, I can use the parts that I bought for the 944. So there's a lot going on, a lot of allocation, and I had said previously that I didn't really want to do any more side jobs, but I kind of don't have a choice at this point. So I'm glad I did this, make a little bit more money, just get me that much closer to having the Mustang fixed. All right, so it's a couple days later. I just finished editing today's video. I took a couple days to just get in the habit of school again because my classes started just a couple days ago. And honestly, I'm kind of excited for this term because I finally decided to just bite the bullet and take 8 a.m. classes. Well, with one of my classes, I didn't have the choice because it was only offered at 8 a.m. But then I could have done that thing where I had a class at 8 and then tried to like have hour breaks and then put my classes later in the afternoon. But my schedule worked out so that I just have class like 8, 9, and 10 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And so my longest day is actually Tuesday, where I have like class from 10 to 4 in the afternoon. And at first I was like really bummed about having like the 8 a.m. classes, but honestly, I'm kind of gotten in the rhythm now, and I think it's really going to help my productivity because on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm finished with school at 11 a.m. Not even 11. I'm finished school at like 10:50. That means that I can come home and just sit and do my homework and just try to get as much of it done in like a couple days, because I think before I was of this mindset where like if I put gaps in between my classes, then I could like go and sit at the library and do my homework before my next class. In reality, that just doesn't really work that well because it's like you gotta walk all the way across campus, get situated, get everything set up, and by the time I'm like ready to do my work, I would only have like 20 or 30 minutes before I had to pack it all up and go back across campus. So I'm trying this new layout in my schedule. It's a little bit stressful because it's like if I oversleep, I could accidentally miss like 2 classes, but I'm not going to let that happen. Been trying to go to bed a little bit earlier, even though I have to stay up kind of late to edit the videos and whatnot. But I promise that the next video is about the 944. I haven't made a video about the 944 in way too long. Some of that is because I was waiting for parts, and also I just wanted to work on the Mustang for a bit, but since the Mustang is just kind of down and out, there's not really a point in like trying to pull it apart even more. I don't want to damage it further. I just need to get the new windshield. So the windshield will be coming in soon. I honestly can't wait for that. I need that thing to at least be drivable because as soon as I get the turn signals on, I can drive the car again, assuming that the windshield is fixed. So windshield and turn signals are coming soon for the Mustang, and then as far as the front bumper goes, I'm still just reworking some stuff with it. Been doing some sanding off camera, trying to get more paint off of it. It's gonna be a long process with the front bumper, but some of you guys also may have noticed that the wing isn't on the car. I actually have a story to explain with that, so we'll get to that in the next couple weeks. It's kind of a funny story, kind of a stupid story. I think you guys will get a kick out of it. I wish I could have recorded it, but like there was no way for me to record it. You guys will just have to wait. I'll explain everything. But the wing itself, I'm kind of glad that it's not on the car right now because I've been meaning to rework some stuff with it. I think I'm gonna like mold it a bit so that way it actually sits at the right angle because it leans back a little bit, which I think was part of the problem with it. Maybe you can see where I'm going with this. And then there's still a couple other components for the Mustang, more lights that I haven't shown you guys, little things like that. If you watch all the way to the end of this video or even click on this video, then you deserve the spoilers because like this video is totally unrelated to anything else. But all that to say, 944 content next, Mustang coming soon as I get the windshield fixed. And lastly, I think I want to start bringing the vlog with me to school. Not trying to be that like obnoxious YouTuber that's just like, yo, what's up, fam? Like with all the sound effects and stuff. I'm not trying to like embarrass myself on campus, but I just think I could make things a little bit more interesting if I just show kind of what I'm doing. Not necessarily day to day, but just instead of having like a week or 2 gap with no video, I could just include some B-roll from what I'm doing at college and stuff like that because my classes are actually starting to get somewhat interesting. So I might include some of that sometime soon, trying to make things a little more palatable instead of just like purely car content, because I love the purely car stuff, don't get me wrong, but I know a lot of you guys have asked for some day in the life stuff, so I'm trying. I got a lot of anxiety when it comes to vlogging and stuff still. I'm trying to get better at that. And that's one of my goals for this year, is to just show more of what exactly it is that I do, because it's like all you guys see is the garage, just the one car garage and not much else. So hopefully I can make things a little bit more interesting for you guys, for those of you that want to see it, but also try to keep a balance so that it's not like I just upload a bunch of daily vlogs that don't mean anything. Like it's still going to be car focused, but there might just be like an intro where I'm like walking to school and going into class and that sort of thing. So I hope you guys are looking forward to the content this year. I have a lot of cool stuff planned, but that's all I've got for you guys today. I'll see you soon. Peace out and dream big.